Welcome back to Fearless Traders Market Watch. In this video, we will recap today's price action in the ES S&P 500 futures and key levels, plus my outlook for Friday's session. Let's dive in. Hey, what's up, traders? How you guys doing? Hopefully everybody had a wonderful day out there and banked out, made some money with their community, or if you trade by yourself, hopefully you made some money. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Yesterday I laid out a plan that as long as the 60-65 and 60-55 zone held those levels on any of the pullbacks on the overnight session or early morning, it would keep upside momentum for the bulls, right? And in the overnight session, when we opened up, the market basically was stuck in about a 15-point range, right? Didn't move as much, was sitting around from that 75 to high, well, to the 90 area. And it could have been possibility of the Trump tariffs, right? People had whiff of that news that he was getting ready to announce something. So people probably were cautious or hesitant. But late night into the early morning, we lost that 60-85 area, right? Kind of got some momentum from the bears to push the price down, which they pushed it down to that 60-55 key area, which I had an order sitting there for the overnight session. That got filled, and when I woke up, pretty much was already green. Now I started watching it leading up to that PPI data that was coming out and initial jobless claims. So was paying attention to that. We initially popped, came down, and I added another one. So that provided another opportunity for people. Numbers came in favor of the market as we were just building this whole structure out. And we pretty much pushed back up to that 60-85 area, reclaiming that after the open or whatnot. And basically held that, wicked a few times, trying to break it. But the bulls defended it, pushed higher, and pretty much ran it all day. Pushed high to the 6113 areas and fell back to test the 6100 key levels, right? It kept trying to break it right before what was it, Trump's speech. Yeah, he was having a speech today. So leading up to the speech, we were kind of getting volatile right there. You saw some volatility and some nice opportunities, some quick scalps for people. But once he started speaking, as he was about to speak, price was already forming in this bullish flag pattern. So we were already getting coiled, getting a nice tight consolidation. And then once he started speaking, we pretty much started breaking out and never looked back from that. Once we broke that high, the initial high of that 6113 area, it cleared that and went on the way up to that 6115. With my last target was the 6120-25 area. Anything after that was a bonus, which was a hell of a trade. So now I would be looking at the key levels. Support will just be back where we initially were hanging around, leading up to the power hour aspect. 6125 area, the 6115 would be nice. And of course that major key level, that 6100, the bulls want to defend any of that. That's a nice support. The resistance currently will be immediately right here at the 6135, right above the 6145, 47 area. And after that, up to that 6155 zone, 6155, 6160. We can see some resistance there. We get past that, we start pushing past that 6170 area or whatnot. But the outlook, right, the bulls need to hold that 6125 to that 6115 zone overnight to keep the upside momentum, and maintaining support at the 6100 or the 6095, right, on any deeper pullbacks would be critical for the bulls to hold to continue the strength for the upside. I break above the current high around this 61.35, 61.37 area, could trigger further upsides, with the first target being that 61.45, and then onto that 61.55, potentially 61.70 if we get momentum over that 61.60 area. If bears, aim to break below that 6100 push, the price could push back into that 60.85 or that 60.65 zone, right? So, and then a loss of that 65 could shift momentum into the favor of the bears if they lose that 65 zone, and then on the way to that 55 and on down to those 40s if they got momentum. So pretty much the only data we have is some retail numbers that'll be important coming around 8:30 a.m. Eastern. It's pretty much nothing else to really look at, besides those 61.25 be immediate and 61.35. See how we react around that. If we could go ahead and break over 61.35, or if we lose that 61.25 level. Just remember to have patience. Let the levels guide you. Try not to predict. Just react to the levels. What's given. If you start seeing upper wicks, right, leading into a support, more than likely we have some rejection, and vice versa leading to the support side. You want to see it throw the bottom wicks to reject it, right? So just watch those as we're getting wicks now, and it looks like we're forming, a bull flag potentially. So just watch these upper wicks into this next key resistance and see if we could turn that support. If not, we'll get a pullback, start forming this flag formation, and just watch for the bottom wicks to wick off previous rejection zones that were resistance. But yeah, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day, and then I'll see you in the Discord.